Hello everyone. In our previous video we had discussed about swinging cross bridge model. Today in this video we will discuss about chemical changes during muscle contraction. And we know that myosin head contains ATP binding site, ATPase activity, motor activity, actin binding domain. The conversion of chemical energy into mechanical energy can be explained in terms of conformational changes in the myosin head. That is conversion of chemical energy, that is ATP hydrolysis, that will converted into chemical energy, that will brings the conformational changes in the myosin head. Next point here is that repeated cycle of ATP binding and hydrolysis drives myosin interaction with actin filament. Each such cycle is called cross bridge cycle. Let us know what is cross bridge cycle. Here cross bridge cycle means the repeated cycle of ATP binding and its hydrolysis drives myosin interaction with actin filament. Each such cycle is called as cross bridge cycle. At the start point, I hope this diagram is visible. I guess this is clear now. At the start of this cycle, myosin head binds at a point on actin filament is called as first conformational state. Here how is like this mean? I would like to explain like this. This is the actin filament. Okay, this is the myosin filament. This is the myosin head. Here at the start of the cycle, myosin goes and binds at a particular point. That state is called as first conformational state. Okay, the cycle starts with binding of ATP. How the cycle is going to start? By binding of ATP to myosin head. Binding of ATP to where? Not the actin filament, to binding to the myosin head. And this binding of ATP induces a conformational change, means that brings some changes here. When ATP comes and binds, think this pen is the ATP, so this is the myosin. So when myosin ATP comes and binds like this, then this brings some changes, conformational changes in the myosin head. So what happens in this state? ATP is hydrolyzed. So what happens in this state? ATP is hydrolyzed into ADP and inorganic phosphate remain bound to the myosin head, and means they are just hydrolyzed to ATP, ADP and inorganic phosphate. But ATP hydrolysis, again this ATP hydrolysis causes a conformational changes again in the myosin head. Due to the conformational change, myosin head rebinds actin filament at a different site. Means think this is at the first conformational state. So when ADP get hydrolyzed, okay, when ADP and inorganic phosphate, so what happens? So it will brings a changes in this myosin head. So it will detach from the first conformational state and binds to the another place. Okay, this is called as the second conformational state. The binding of myosin head to actin filament causes the release of inorganic phosphate. What happens when it is bind to the second conformational state? It will release us the inorganic phosphate. So this release of inorganic phosphate again brings the conformational change in the myosin head. Okay, that will that will helps the myosin move mechanically along actin filament from first conformational state to the second conformational state, second conformational state to the first conformational state. This mechanical movement of myosin head drives the actin filament. This again induces a conformational change in myosin head, which is called as power play or power stroke, which means that here what happens, that power stroke, these filaments are going to move towards the center of the sarcomere. This is the, let us go on to the role of calcium, role of tropomyosin and troponin. Here what happens, the two actin binding sites, we already explained in the previous video that there are two actin binding proteins. Which are those? Those are tropomyosin and troponin. There are two actin binding proteins. Those are troponin and tropomyosin. So tropomyosin is the one that is rope-like molecule that binds all along the length of the actin filament. This is the actin filament. This is a rope-like structure that binds all along the length of the actin filament. And again here troponin, that is TN, troponin, TM, tropomyosin, that is TM. This troponin comprises of three subunits. Okay, this troponin comprises of three subunits, that is CTI, that is troponin C, calcium binding, TNT, tropomyosin binding, TNII means inhibitory. Here the two actin binding proteins that are associated with actin filaments, tropomyosin and troponin. The tropomyosin and troponin together forms a unit called as TM and TN system. The position of TM and TN system on actin filaments determines the muscle contraction. Okay, the position of TM and TN system on actin filaments is dependent on cytosolic calcium levels. So the TM, that is tropomyosin, occupies two conformational state on the actin filaments, that is off state and on state. Let us see what happens when it is in off state. When it will be off state, it occurs when cytosolic calcium levels are low. In this case, tropomyosin blocks myosin binding site of actin filament. As I explained in the previous class, I explained this is the actin filament. So there will be a myosin binding site. Okay. So here you are getting the point. If it is get blocked, the myosin head cannot bind to here. So why it is blocked means because of the low calcium level, and this site is occupied by which one? Tropomyosin blocks the myosin binding site of the actin filaments. That's why at rest what happens, this is been blocked. So that's why myosin is not going to bind to the actin filament. As a result, myosin head cannot bind and interact with actin filaments. So if there is no interaction of myosin head with actin filaments, means there is no muscle contraction. Then move on to the on state. On state, it occurs when cytosolic calcium levels are high. Okay, when cytosolic calcium levels are high, increases, this calcium binds to troponin C. So I showed in the previous here, this calcium will comes and binds to this site. Calcium comes and binds to the troponin C. The binding of calcium causes a conformational changes in the troponin. As a result, TN moves the TM away. What happens here? As I showed, this is illi. What happens here? Tropomyosin is came and occupied here. But when calcium comes here, so that brings a changes in the troponin. Okay, what happens? Troponin, this is the calcium binding site. So when calcium comes and binds here, this brings a chemical changes in the troponin. That means this troponin moves the tropomyosin away toward the center of the actin filament. This exposes the myosin binding sites. So then this exposes the myosin binding sites. Then myosin comes and bind to the actin filament. Thus myosin head now binds to actin filaments. Then there is a interaction between the myosin head and the actin filament, like it will goes for the first conformational state, then second conformational state, then power stroke, then ATP. That I explained in the swinging cross bridge model, molecular basis of swinging cross bridge model. So that interaction is going to occur, and that will rise the sliding of actin filaments, leading to the muscle contraction. This is all about the molecular and also chemical basis of muscle contraction. I have tried my level best to understand this, make you understand this, and thank you everyone. You also should have work on these details. Okay, thank you everyone.